What's up, everyone? This is Marcus at TradeSmith, and today I'm going to show you a new program that I've started called Warrior Trading Pro, and that is a program that I am in, been doing for 6 weeks, and I'm going to show you exactly what I plan to do with this small account challenge. So today is a closeout of my second week in trading. So I started on the 21st in a small account trade challenge, and I've really been working to be very consistent with just trading base hits. So I'm looking at a trade plan of, I started with the first or second pullback, but as of yesterday, or even the day before yesterday, when I did hit a loss on one of the days, I decided to really look at my trades and look at what's happening in the market the first hour, and I noticed that I needed to learn how to buy the dips or the pullbacks to the 9 or the 20 EMAs or even the VWAP. And then I had to learn how to possibly even dip trade a little bit more. So again, I'm not the best day trader, but I am focused on the tools. So one thing I did look at in order to even improve my trading was, one, I am taking a course at the Warrior Trader Pro with Ross Cameron, but I also looked at a lot of the tools that I'm using, and I do use a tool called TraderView, and I really looked at it, and I noticed that once I hit a certain time of day, and also when I see that the market is slumping, that is what's kind of letting me know that I need to change my strategy. So of course, a lot of you all know that I use FinViz. So FinViz is one of the primary tools that I use. And I look at the news in the morning, but I definitely look at the heat map and see what's going on with the stock market overall. Again, if you're not looking at what the overall market is doing, sometimes your strategy can be going in an anti-pattern or against what you should be really doing. So that is one tool that I was using. And then another tool just to do some reconnaissance on my trade. This is TraderView. So I am logging all of my trades, and I am looking at the best way of looking at my profits, and loss. So this is the overall profit and loss over since I've started. And on this day here, which was on the 28th, is when I really came into here, because it was good, but I noticed a shift that, because we're having a lot of the economic calendar items, the stimulus package, coronavirus, I noticed that all of the gappers fade, and you can even see that even today when I looked at all of the stocks that, I think, let's look at the first stock, which was ECOR. Soon as after pre-market, fade. SONN, pre-market. This one actually popped, so I think that wasn't one that I was looking at. I think it was ADPN, because SONN is the one I actually got in on. But ADPN did the same thing. I did a pre-market trade and got a really good, move here. But I noticed that it faded. So when I started seeing it fade, that's what made me start saying, okay, now I need to start buying the dips. And just to show you some of those trades, you can see I did have those moments of, panic a little bit. So this is the first trade here. Definitely me having to be patient and wait on it. So you can see that I had got in. Let me see if I can move it up just about 30 seconds. So you can see that I got in at 1303 here, and it was a little bit early. I was trying to do I think I was looking either at a bull flag. It was my first trade, and that's what let me know that I definitely needed to be careful when the market opened. This is a pre-market trade, but I got in, I waited on it, and eventually, of course, it was just bull flag, and it definitely ended up popping up. I had to hold it a little bit. I was just a little bit early, and 2 or 3 minutes later, we had the first candle to make a new high, and then from there, it pretty much kind of took care of itself. became a profitable trade for me. All right, so this is an example of my second trade, letting it pull back at $7. So I saw that it came in, but I definitely was concerned that I got in a little bit early as well. And I noticed that it definitely hit that. I was trying to get in when it was hitting at $7, but it ended up being at $7.22. So from there, I was worried that, okay, now I got to let it come back up to that $7.22 mark. And this is the stock that I eventually averaged down. And once I averaged down, once it went down to the 9 EMA, that brought my cost basis down, and it helped. But it wasn't the best trade. So I did have to make it, if I can fast forward here. So here was a bad fill on my order. I had to average down at the 9 EMA. Again, waiting on the pullback is something that I'm really learning. So once it got down to the 9 EMA, I was in 600 shares, and I did even see it bounce off the VWAP and then eventually come back up over $6 or $7, $6.92 to $7. Here's where you can see that it started to regroup and come back, but it did not let me go easy. It definitely whipsawed, went up and down for a few minutes, so I had to be patient. Did let it finish its consolidation. Still looking at the 9 and the VWAP. If it was to drop below the VWAP, I would have definitely got out. And here is going into my last trade. This is when SONN definitely went under the VWAP, and I saw that it was curling back up. So first 5-minute candle that made a new high, and watch the stock begin to go up. So I saw this little bit of a pullback that was here. I entered into it, and this one was a little bit cleaner. I was able to enter in and not really worry about it dropping underneath my price action, and eventually we saw that it went up. At this point, I'm noticing that it is holding the 9 EMA really strong, and I'm looking for a breakout over 588, which would be a test of the $6 mark. So from here, I just let the trade ride since I got in at the bottom. Also, one thing I noticed was looking at level 2 that there was serious support at 560. So that gave me the confidence to just hold on to the trade all the way until it began to hit a certain breakout level. So this is important. In some areas in TradeSmith, you'll notice that I will talk more about using some of these different technologies, such as the level 2, how it works and how you can look at it to give you that confidence whether you need to get in or get out of a trade. But I was able to look at this stock constantly rise, but I noticed that it was maybe not going to break the $6 mark, but I did want to hold on to it until I got just a little bit of a profit as the stock begins to increase. I did try to hold on to it just a little bit to see if it was going to go beyond this 1-minute pullback, but at this point I felt that I hit the $300 mark, which would bring my account to a certain point, and I would be completely happy. So that was my last trade of the day, and all in all closed out the day with $327. And also, again, working on my overall profit loss, using different tools such as TraderViews, where I'm definitely looking at my total gain so far as I've been in the small account challenge. Again, just hitting base hits, not trying to swing for the fences, and definitely monitor my winning and losing days. So And I'll definitely talk more about some of these tools and do reviews and show you how I'm using these to help me become a better trader. So if you definitely enjoyed this video, definitely hit the like and subscribe button, and I will see you next week. This is a new channel. For more tips and tricks on trading technology, hit the like button and go to tradesmith.io.